This is NFL Daily, and I am Tom Downey here with one of our live mailbags, answering any and all questions from you, our live audience here at Chat Sports. A super chat to begin from Dejan Bell, James Bradberry to the Commanders. I like that, Dejan. Ron's plan. Never say never. I thought they were going to sign him back when I think they signed William Jackson in free agency. They ended up not going that route instead. You have Kendall Fuller, you have William Jackson, you have Benjamin St-Juste. I don't know if you need another corner in Washington, but I'd never be mad at it. You add corners, that's fine in general, but I think he might go somewhere where there's an easier path to playing time. From Cujo, is there a chance 3 teams from the AFC West make the playoffs? Hell yeah. You assume the Chiefs will be in it. The Broncos are going to be a threat. The Chargers almost made it last year. The Raiders did. So, you have a chance of all 4 teams making it. Probably not. Probably a bit too cannibalization for each other there. But that AFC West is loaded this year. I think all 4 teams, whether they make it or not, should feel good about their long-term or playoff chances this year. From Big Dog Wolf, Hayden Hurst headed for a career year with Joey B. Thoughts? What's been a career year for Hayden Hurst? I'll double-check his stats here. He should be tight end 1 over Drew Sample. He's got to get to 580 yards. So maybe I will say that Burrow's going to throw it to Chase, Higgins, and Boyd first. Can the Bengals offense, as good as it should be, have almost 3 1,000-yard guys and a 600-yard guy? I'm honestly not so sure. So I think he'll be better than what he was last year. Maybe not full-fledged career year, though. From All of the Lights, who is more likely to get signed soon? I assume you mean Jarvis Landry and Cole Beasley here. I think Landry. It's funny. The way those 2 guys were used, they're both slot receivers and pure slots in the NFL. And when you have 8.5 yards per catch, man, you are an underneath guy only. I think Jarvis Landry still has some more juice left in his tank than Cole Beasley does. But if Landry's still trying to get $20 million a year, no one's going to sign him for anything remotely resembling that particular contract. So that's got to be kept in mind there. Beasley is still a good player. I think both guys should be on an NFL roster, but I think Beasley in particular is starting to get just a little bit up there in age, and I think he's lost a half-ish step. He just turned 33. That's kind of old for a slot receiver. 5 teams I think that could use a slot receiver, right? The Browns. Now, they added David Bell, so they're probably okay, but they were linked to Landry in the past, so I'll include him there. The Falcons, I know there's Olamide Zaccheaus. I want more receiver talent. Just go do it. The Ravens were linked to Landry, and they need receiver help beyond their number 1, Rashad Bateman, I guess. The Saints, you've got Olave Michael Thomas. Give me an underneath guy, pure underneath guy. Of course, Thomas can do that as well. And Minnesota, dark horse team there, could use a wide receiver if you want to go all in on more 11 personnel and if you don't trust KJ Osborne to be that guy quite yet. So of these 2 slot receivers, pick one for me. JL for Jarvis Landry or CB for Cole Beasley. Which one would you rather have on your roster if, let's say, the money is similar enough? This is the pinned comment on today's video, so if the ad break comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there, type in JL for Jarvis Landry or CB for Cole Beasley. From Eastwood Satch, in your opinion, what team will jump from worst to first in their division this year? Okay, so I think Ravens have a really good shot because worst to first is a 2-game swing for them. They were 8-9 last year, last in the division. That would not be outlandish. The Broncos at 7-10 have a real chance for that. If Carolina can get a QB, which I don't know if they're going to be able to, they certainly make sense, but I would look at in particular Denver and Baltimore as the 2 most likely destinations because I don't believe in the Giants, the Jags, the Jets, the Lions, or Seattle quite that much. Let's answer some of the Rumble questions coming in live right now. First up from Bobby Hass, Gronk to the boys. I doubt it. I am of the mindset that Rob Gronkowski is either going to go Tampa or bust. Plus, I'm unconvinced that in the end, the Cowboys and Gronk would be a great fit overall. I just think he wants to be with Tom Brady. Also from CC Child 6376, can the Cowboys sign James Bradberry? Can they? Yes. Will they? Yeah, I don't think so. I think Bradberry wants to go somewhere there's an easier path to playing time. And since Anthony Brown outplayed James Bradberry, not sure that path exists at this point. I think a team like Philadelphia makes a lot more sense for James Bradberry at this point. We are also on Rumble, friends. So if you have not already, go support us over there. Free, uncensored content on that video platform. Sports from us here at Chat Sports, plus other sites have news, politics, tech, business updates as well. Give us a follow for free so we can dominate that platform. Rumble.com/NFL Daily. From Alec G, sleepers for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Okay. The favorites right now are Kenny Pickett, Drake London, Treylon Burks as well. So some sleepers I don't mind. I think let's include Breece Hall as among the favorites, top 4 there. How about Kenneth Walker for Seattle, plus 1,000. I think Burks is a favorite. How about Sky Moore, plus 1,100? I think those two guys could make sense. Your top 5, by the way, just real quick. Pickett, London, Burks, Hall, and Watson are your top 5 in the Rookie of the Year odds. So anyone beyond that, I'll call a sleeper there. If you want to go super duper deep dark horse pick, could go with how about Jalen Tolbert? If the injury problems persist at receiver for Dallas, he could be receiver 2 quickly for them. Decent dark horse bet there. And hell, I know he's a first. Another dark horse name here. How about Trey McBride from Arizona? If Ertz gets hurt or they make McBride the starter, he could put up some big numbers in that offense. From Tristan Bravo, you think Baker would sit behind the GOAT for a year and then learn PR too much of a diva or too much of a now I see what the P-O-O was there. That's Baker to the Bucks basically. I don't think that's Baker's style. The Bucks spent a second-round pick on Kyle Trask last year. So unless they are out on him already, I don't know if they would even want Baker Mayfield at that point because I think they want to give Trask a shot. As for Baker, if nobody else wants him, then yes. But Baker is a big FU, you're either with me or against me guy, which it sometimes works for his mindset. But I would wonder if, in the end, he would want to start immediately as opposed to waiting somewhere else. We have live mailbags for you guys here at Chat Sports, and the only way to get on the mailbags is to subscribe and watch our live shows. That kind of makes a lot of sense, right? So if you want free NFL videos every single day, make sure you guys are subscribed at youtube.com/chatsportstv. From Kelly Uphouse, I think that's how you pronounce that last name there. How do you think the Chiefs will do this year? I mean, they should be a playoff team. They should be a playoff team every single year, barring bad injuries with the quarterback that they have. So probably around 12 wins again, and they make a real playoff push is my expectation for KC this year. Isaac Green, who is the best wide receiver for the Falcons? If you mean like on the roster, pretty clearly Drake London. I mean, you're going to go with Zacchaeus or Auden Tate. If you mean to add somebody, how about you get a veteran like Emmanuel Sanders in there? I think that could be a fun fit for them, a player who would not be a long-term piece but could be a nice stopgap option for you, and I think I'd rather play him over Auden Tate at this stage in their NFL careers. From Greg Jennings, who will sign Joe Haden? It's a good question. Hayden, I'm a bit surprised it's been so quiet around him. I don't think he played bad last year, but the injuries have begun to add up. He's on the wrong side of 30. The ball production dipped this year. The yards were fine, but 3 touchdowns in his limited reps, the difference with injury is a bit of a red flag, at least for me, I think for others too. So some teams I'd keep an eye out for. If you want to get wild, Cleveland? The Browns are different with Deshaun Watson now. Could send him back to Cleveland and give Martin Emerson some time to trade away Troy Hill. And maybe you want to go with Greedy Williams, that's fine. The Steelers could always bring back Joe Haden there. And then some teams that are still in the market for cornerback help. The Ravens, I know I put 3 AFC North teams on there, but it does kind of make some sense. The Patriots and Cardinals still stand out to me as notable teams in the market for a veteran corner. And it's a cornerback who's still pretty good, so this list goes way beyond just these top 5 guys as far as I'm concerned. So what do you guys think? What team, if any, will end up signing Joe Haden this year? Sound off, make your predictions in the comments section. From Cujo, other than Mahomes and Allen, what other young QBs would you put in the top 10? If you want, how about this? I'll group, and it might not be full-fledged 10. I'll group the young franchise guy, and we'll put the age cutoff, if I can remember the actual names correctly here. We'll put the age cutoff at like they're gonna turn no older than like 27 this year. I think that's a good age cutoff there. So like no Russ, no Dak, no Kirk, etc. Joe Burrow's in that group. Lamar Jackson's in that group. I believe Deshaun Watson, age-wise, still fits that group. Let me check real quick here, just to make sure I'm not doing wrong here. Yeah, Watson turns 27 this year, so perfect cutoff, no older than Deshaun Watson. I think Justin Herbert falls in that category, and that's the only other quarterback I would consider putting in there. Kyler Murray is not there yet for me. Trevor Lawrence, the other young guys, Zach Wilson, Fields, Mac Jones, Lance, etc., they're not there yet. So my list then of those young guys includes Herbert, Lamar, Deshaun, and Burrow. Russell Wilson, beyond the 2 guys you mentioned, guys like a Matt Ryan, a Dak Prescott, a Derek Carr, they're all older than that younger quarterback threshold I included there. From BattleBot69, nice. So the Broncos signed Eric Fisher to play right tackle. Interesting idea. The problem I have is that Fisher's been mainly a left tackle in his time in the NFL. I don't think he's played much right at any here. He wasn't that great for Indy last year, but he wasn't bad. He allowed 7 sacks. I think you could blame Wentz not always having the best pocket presence for at least a couple of those, since sacks are in part a quarterback stat. I wouldn't hate it if you think he can play right tackle. You did sign Billy Turner. I like Billy Turner, so I'm not in desperate need to add a new right tackle that's old. I think Turner could handle that role in the end. So when it comes to free agency, name a player you want your team to go out and sign. I want to hear from you guys. We're a show for the people after all, so let me know in the comments section. From Cameron Christie, what do you think of the Lions' new receiving core? It is way better than what it was last year. You add Jameson Williams, you sign DJ Chark. That is an upgrade on the actual football field if Chark is healthy. Long term, I like Jameson Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown as a duo. I would probably take another receiver early-ish next year or sign someone to a more longer-term deal because I think Chark's going to be more of a one-year rental, and I think Quintez Cephas, etc., are more backup caliber guys. So it's a lot better and a big-time step in the correct direction.